Martha always was the book reader. Like, she was in my dining hall, and every single morning at lunch, she was reading a new book. Well, not every single morning. Sometimes it was the same book. It was pretty much a new book a week.
Bam! On this podcast, we interview Harvard Class of 2020 members about what they did and what they're doing now. Introducing... Plug the name for whoever you're introducing here.
Oh, she's reading another one. God.
That one, though, Martha's been reading for about 4 months now.
Yeah. I'm making progress because I decided to stop waiting for the others.
Okay, so what are you doing now? Where are you?
I'm working at a dermatology clinic. The clinic's like in more like central Massachusetts, but I'm living in Boston proper. I actually live right by the Common, which is very nice. But I'm doing that. I'm applying to med school. Oh, yeah. I have news. I don't know if I wanted to go on the podcast, but I do have news.
So what can we publish? Are we allowed to say that you got into...
Okay. I got into med school, so I'm going to start med school in the fall, which is super exciting.
Yeah. Are you like, excited or nervous to go back to like school?
I love school. No, I'm super excited. And also to like get to meet people and like be in an environment where, you know, there's like a lot of shared goals, but also a lot of like really different backgrounds. And I probably will not do dermatology. And I knew going to this, like, I'm not really that like interested specifically in dermatology, but it's a field where you know, there's a lot of opportunities to do positions like what I'm doing now, so that's cool. And it's still like really interesting, and I'm learning a lot of cool stuff, so it's fun. But it's probably not gonna be what I end up doing, but who knows, like it's pretty far down the line. I really like surgery, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do something in that area, but again, things can change.
What's been your favorite shadowing experience thus far?
I think some of the times where I felt the most like excited about like that path as a potential like career option and like the lifestyle and everything was like when I would just be hanging out with the surgeon that I was shadowing, and we would be like watching like the Tour de France, or he would talk about how he like went cycling in what's it called, Central Park, like in the morning before coming in for surgery at like 7 a.m. and like knowing that you can still like do things like that and have like your interest in like the sports that you really love and like be like a relatable normal person in that way, like made me think, okay, like that's really good to know. Like, because if you go in shadow and you don't see like an example of like how you want to kind of be living your life in the future, I feel like it's a little bit, it makes it feel like less accessible or less like of an attractive option.
We can mention here that you were the captain of the Harvard women's track team.
Yes, I was.
Retired.
I wish I was still throwing. Like, I miss it so much. It's getting warmer, but like, I mean, if not for like COVID stuff, I probably would have like found a way to keep doing it a little bit this year. But like, I know Harvard's facilities are very like, you know, they're being very strict about all of that stuff. I'm glad my former teammates are like kind of able to get back to practice now, the ones who are on campus. But so I'm sure it's hard, but I think it's nice, like even though they're not really competing, like just to, I don't know, that shows you how much like particularly in my mind in the Ivy League, but also like in general in college athletics, like there's so much more to it than just like trying to be the best, trying to win everything, like all that stuff. Like there's a lot of personal value you get, and Sarah can talk about that too, I'm sure.
What was your favorite memory of like Harvard track and field? Do you have one in particular?
Oh man. Well, okay, so every 2 years, there's this meet between a combined team of Harvard and Yale student athletes and a combined team of Oxford and Cambridge student athletes.
Oh, that's
and
fun.
It alternates between being in the States and in the UK. And so every 4 years, the Harvard Yale team gets to go over to the UK, and you know, the other years the UK athletes get to come here. And when we went, it was just such a blast. It was really fun because it's like a nice break from what I was doing, which is like a lot of shadowing in New York City, and just like get back together with everyone, get to meet the Yale athletes who we competed against a lot. So it's like, these are people you're going to continue to see a lot. It was just really nice to form those friendships and go overseas with them. And like, it was like 2 weeks long. So it was kind of a whirlwind, and we had like 3 meets in that time, just kind of a lot, but it was really fun.
And how do you like living in Boston right now? Like not going to school? I know you're like kind of a Massachusetts girl through and through, but like post grad, like.
Yeah. No, it's really cool because I feel like I did a good job earlier on in college of like venturing out to like into Boston and like getting off campus and stuff like that. And like later on, like I didn't do it as much, which I don't really regret because there was a lot to do on campus that I was having a lot of fun with. I'm not really like into going like into the gyms and stuff right now. So my way of working out is like going for runs. And it's just cool. Like when you explore a place on foot, it's so different than like taking Ubers or taking the T. So that's been fun. And once in a while I like run into someone from school. Like I ran into a teammate and first year entryway mate like on the Mass Ave bridge one time. And that was so nice because I was like, you know, those people that you kind of think you might never see again after. And like, so I've seen people like that through doing that.
What is one thing that Harvard didn't teach you?
Whoa. Something Harvard didn't teach me? Wow. I really have to think about that because I had a great time. This is maybe it's a little bit of a cop-out, but I don't think it taught me, like, I feel like I have this tendency that I like about myself where I like try new things and I like put myself out there and I'm pretty adventurous. And I don't think Harvard taught me that. I think I was already like that before I got there, but I think it gave me so many opportunities to like reinforce that. Like, I was a leader for the first year outdoor program. And that came from me like going on that pre-orientation trip when I was an incoming first year. And I like went on that trip without ever having gone camping before. I had only gone hiking maybe like 2 or 3 times in my life. And a kind of continuation of that story is I wanted to lead a trip myself as soon as I got back because I was like, that was so fun. Like I wish like I could do that every year and like be a leader and create that experience for the incoming first years.
Great answer. You are nailing this interview thing. You've done this before, haven't you?
Yeah.
What's your favorite accessory?
Oh, that's easy. Scarves. Yeah, I have so many. Like I have an orange one that's right there. I have, my coworkers will tell you this too. Like I wear you've probably seen it. It's like a brown, like kind of plaid, like Burberry scarf, but it's not real, you know, it's not Burberry, but you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, another
Yeah,
one.
I wear that scarf to work a lot, and I wore like a different one day, and they're like, "Oh my god, you have other scarves?" And I was like, "I can't wait to see the bloopers."
The bloopers reel will be like longer than the actual
Yeah.
podcast.
Nice to meet everybody.